All right, so we're heading down to Ellis Color Supply. Now, Ellis Color Supply is located in Dallas, Texas. There are several locations. They even have one out in Fort Worth. So if you're in the DFW area and you're looking for some professional advice that's not going to shift you the wrong way and screw you around just so you can buy their products, give Ellis Color Supply a call. We'll go down there and get a good interview with a couple of the guys there, because that's where I buy all my supplies. And if my friend Pete says it's a square deal, believe me, you're not going to get around on it.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
How many people are blinded by the situation that epoxy primer is not a primer. It is not a sandable primer. You cannot sand the primer, okay? It is a sealer. It is a sealer, so when you are painting multi-layers of, let's say you have an old paint job on your car and you want to repaint the car, if you bust through the paint, you don't want to just put paint right on top of the old paint, because it's going to blister and it's going to react. So what you do is you spot seal it with epoxy primer. Spot seal. Do you hear the word sealer there? All right, you don't sand it down. It's not a sandable primer. When you try to sand it, it will gum up. It gums your paper up. It gums everything up that you try to sand it with. Even wet sanding it will gum it up. Unless it's been on the car for several years, you're going to have gummed up sandpaper, and then you're going to get deep scratches in your primer, and then you're really going to screw up, because then you're going to have to remove all of it to put the 2K primer on, which is a sandable primer. All right, 2K primer is a primer that has an activator in it, and it is sandable. It's very important to remember these two differences. Epoxy primer is not a sandable primer. It is not a primer that you put on top of Bondo and block sand down thinking that it's going to fill everything up and you're going to be able to paint over it. Epoxy primer is a sealer only. There. Now, let's move on. I am going to make an extensive video on epoxy primer versus regular primer in the near future. I get more emails and more phone calls about people using epoxy primer and why is it reacting and why is it doing this and why can't I do that? Well, you know, you're going to have to wait for the video. I can't sit here for an hour and explain it to you. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to take the epoxy primer sealer and we are going to tint that epoxy primer. Now, there's going to be people out there that's going to tell you, you can't do that. You can't add that to it, because if you add that to it, you're going to screw it up and it won't work. Both. Okay? I've been doing this for a very long time, and I'm going to tell you right now, the square deal is you can tint your primer. The situation that you have, though, is that you can't just use any old paint to tint the primer with. What you need is actually the paint tint itself. Now, when you order some paint at a paint and body shop supply store or anywhere, they mix the paint. And when they mix the paint, they use several different colors of paint to do that with. They're called toners. That's what you use, the raw toner. You do not use the clear that you put in it. You do not use the binder or any other additives. You use the raw toner to tint the epoxy primer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you down to Ellis Color Supply and I am going to mix up and tint the epoxy primer so you can see how it's done and what it will do to make your paint job right. Because this is for guys out there that their car is probably in several different colors like our Chevelle, or it's just uglier than shit, and they want to clean it up and make it presentable for, you know, maybe several years, I don't know. But instead of just going with the drabby old gray or the white or black epoxy primer, we're going to go ahead and tint it out, and hopefully it's going to look really, really sharp when we get done. let's get down to Ellis Color Supply and let's get mixing. Okay, we just made it over here to Ellis Color Supply. It looks like it's a busy day over here. Got cars running, brakes are burning up. Hey! I don't think he realizes he's got burned up brakes. He's got his emergency brake on. It's burning up. It's not looking good. Okay. What's up, buddy? Where are you going? What's going on? What do you got there?
Oh, my son just won
Are you serious?
second place World Series.
Second place World Series of what?
Little League.
Little League Baseball. Second place. Son of a bitch, you ought to be proud of him, buddy.
Oh yeah,
There you go. There you go. Why are you wearing the ring though?
It looks good on me.
Because you're the happy dad, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you later, buddy.
All right.
Keep delivering that paint. Keep delivering that paint. What's up, Gestapo? How you doing today? Did you get my epoxy?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay, what we're going to do with that epoxy primer is we're going to go ahead and tint that primer.
Yeah,
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's get back there and do it, bud.
All right, come on.
All right, so you can see this is a pretty busy place over here at Ellis Color Supply, and what we're going to do is I'm going to take you through the steps of how to mix epoxy primer using tint.
Yep.
Are you a camera guy? Can you
really.
hold the camera?
I can hold the camera.
Can you follow hands?
Yeah, I could do that.
See that?
I could do
Okay.
that.
Before we do anything else, tell us what all this is over here, bud.
Oh, these are
Come on
toners.
over here. I can't hear you.
These are our toners right here.
Okay, these are toners,
Yeah.
not tints.
No, well, it's the same thing. We
Is
can
that the
tint-
same
Yeah,
thing?
it's the same thing. We
Okay,
toner,
so
we tint
when
the paint
you're
and everything.
using a toner, can you paint with that toner? If it's just raw toner?
I mean, yeah, if you just want that color, yeah, you could do that.
So you don't have to put binder in it or clear or nothing. You can just use.
No, we could reduce it down. Then that's what you could do.
So
before you
toner's
spray it.
already ready to paint? Because I thought that toner had to be mixed with other chemicals to really make it work properly.
Well, no,
Is that right or wrong? Am I right or wrong here,
Well,
Mr.
you
Professional
kind of
guy?
wrong. You kind of right.
Okay, go ahead and explain that to us.
I mean, if you just want that
Stop
color
up.
from the toner, whichever.
Now you work here at Ellis, right?
Yeah.
You're an employee. How long you been here, bud?
Like 3 years already.
About 3 years. You started as a driver, moved your way up to counter help. Maybe one day, possibly, you might be a manager.
Probably, maybe.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe.
Is Ellis Color a good place to shop?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Got
yeah.
honest people working here. Nobody's going to screw you around, tell you the wrong thing just so they can sell an item.
No sir.
That's right.
We
You got that straight. I've been buying here since 1980, bro. So we got toners here. Now these toners here are the Shopline Plus. Am I right?
Yes sir.
Now is there a difference between Plus and regular, or is that just the binder that you add to it in the clear?
It's just the binder to the clear.
Okay,
That's
so
what makes the
the
difference.
binder in the clear is a higher performance binder and clear, and that'll jack the price up just a little bit. But
Just a little bit.
if you were telling anybody to paint their car with Shopline, what brand would you tell them to use? The regular or the Plus?
The plus.
So is it Shopline Plus or Shopline Professional, or what's it called?
It's just Shopline Plus.
Okay, and then that's just one step down from DBC, am I correct?
Yes sir.
So the DBC is one step up, and then you go down to Shopline, and then of course, I don't even think you sell Omni here, do you?
No sir, we don't carry that.
Omni's junk.
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong?
Depends on the person, but yeah.
But what do you have to say about Omni? Go ahead, throw it out there, be honest.
I wouldn't work with Omni. It's kind of hard to match with it.
It's hard to match.
Yeah.
What if you were going to do an overall paint job?
Yeah. Though that'll be.
But doesn't like 2 coats of DBC equal 6 coats of,
That's about.
is that about the, yeah.
Yeah.
It's real thin, it's real watery, and it just doesn't last long. It doesn't have a good life
at all?
at it. I mean, even the chemicals that they use are just cheap, inexpensive junk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do now, I've been telling everybody about our primer here. This is a non-sandable primer. I don't know why they call it primer, but it's not primer. It's actually sealer.
Yeah, I didn't know that one.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
So you didn't even know that?
No, because we got sealers back there. that
Yeah,
say
but this
sealer
is
on
a
it.
sealer. This is what you call a high-performance sealer.
Okay.
Now see, when they have that name primer on there, everybody of course thinks, oh, I can prime it with that, and then I can sand it. But you can't, because what happens when you sand epoxy primer?
It goes away.
No, it doesn't go away. What happens, it comes up your sandpaper, and it just doesn't work. Then you start getting deep scratches in it. It's not a filler primer. It's a primer that's not anything but a sealer. So what we're going to do is we got a 66 Chevelle over at my shop, and instead of going with the standard issue gray, okay, this is just all gray here, we're going to go ahead and tint that primer to the color or close to it, so it'll be kind of a hot rod semi-gloss color that will last him. It'll also seal the car at the same time, from the weather. Do you understand? So it doesn't get rust and rot on it. And he'll have a paint job that'll last him a couple of years, 3 or 4 years, till he can get the money to actually do it right. But this is the good thing about it. We're using sealer on it instead of paint. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So all he'll have to do is come back and scuff that down, put his 2K primer on it, and bam, bam, bam. What do you think of that idea? Have you ever heard of that before?
Nope, I haven't.
Just from my friend Pete.
Yep.
Because I'm old school, see? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you work with the old and you work with the new.
So what we're going to need a gallon jug, dude. An empty gallon jug. Gestapo. Bring that over here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pour 3 quarts of that. Let's go ahead and put 2 quarts in for now.
2 quarts from now?
Just 2 quarts of that. Did you already mix all that up? Is it mixed up on the machine? And
Yeah, it's shaking up already.
so you already shook it up. Now what we're talking about here is this is a paint shaker. This is an electric one, and what you do is you put your paint in there, and when you turn it on, bam, there you go. So that's a good item to have if you can find one on eBay. If you're not doing a lot of painting, let the professional do it and be done with it. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me shake it up a little bit more.
Okay, so now we got to shake it again. Huh. Okay, I thought you said it was already shaken up. There you go, buddy. Because we want to do this the right way. Stop it. I want to do it the right way. There you go. So shake that up and get her done, buddy. All right. Here's another shaker over here. Gestapo. You got one right there? There you go, buddy. All right. Because we want to make sure my friend Pete gets the square deal.
Yeah.
And not a round.
Yep.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some shop line tint or toner, and we're going to mix it in with our epoxy primer. Now, the only way this can work is if you use raw toner, because once you add the clear and the binder to it, it starts to separate, and we don't want no separation. Now, another good thing that this is used for is, let's say that you're painting a bright yellow car, for instance, and you don't want to put 12 coats of paint on it to hide. What you would do is you would get some yellow toner and you'd add it to the epoxy primer, the sealer, and then that would already be tinted yellow, which would save you money, cost-efficient cash that you don't have, and it would go ahead and allow you to actually tint the primer to the color that you want, which means you would use less paint. That's another good idea. Does that make sense, Gestapo? Have you ever done that for anybody?
I haven't.
Well, there you go. You're learning today. You're learning today just like this guy's learning.
Yep. This is the first time we're going to tint this primer right here, or I mean the epoxy primer.
So let's go ahead and look at that now. Now what we got basic grade epoxy primer. We're going to pour 2 quarts in there.
There's already one in there.
Okay. Okay, what we want to do, bud, we want to find some dark blue tint. We want dark blue.
Dark blue?
We're going to start out with dark blue, bud. We're going to call it toner, because that's the correct name for it.
Well, we could go with the J43 here.
Okay, how dark is that? Is that real dark? Or, all right, let's go ahead and pour some of that in there. Okay, so we're going to pour some toner in there, just like this. Keep going. I'll tell you when. Keep on going, buddy. You got to keep going. Keep going. There you go. Pour some more in there. Lavish it up, bud. All right, now let's go ahead and get a stick right there. We're going to go ahead and mix that up. There you go. Now, if you look close, that usually wasn't enough, but we got to really mix that up good to get our tint. Okay, so that's not enough, bud. So what we need here is we need some lighter blue. You got any lighter blue? Let's see if we got any. If we don't have any lighter blue, we're going to have to keep going with something else, because we're going to get this baby mixed down.
I mean, the other ones, these are medium blue, just a little lighter.
Okay, there's some light blue. Before we do that, though, let's go ahead and add that other quart.
All right.
Because to get that gray down to blue, we're really going to have to put a lot of blue tint in this can. So this is Sam, the store manager. How you doing, buddy? Okay, we're teaching Gestapo here how to mix primer and tint the epoxy primer. Have you ever done that before? You've never done that before.
I've done it a few times.
Okay.
When a customer wants like a red primer, there's no red primer, so you gotta throw in some
That's
red.
right. Now, do you know why they use that red primer? Or yellow. Let's say you were going to paint your car yellow. What would you do to save on cost on paint? You would take the white epoxy primer and add a what?
A yellow tint to it.
There you go. Okay. Let's go ahead. Is this the lighter one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and really pour it in, because you're kind of being chintzy on me, bud. Okay, we really need to get that blue in there and get it in there thick. If we want that to look blue, we need to make it look blue. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
Okay, go ahead and mix that up. Let's see what happens, bud. There you go. Mix it up good. All right, you see what's happening there? You see what's going on. Okay. And that's why I brought my own quart, because we want to get it to where it's looking, you know, pretty blue. Okay, so now what do we got color there? What color is that? It's blue.
It's a light blue.
It's a light blue, so we want to make it, go ahead and keep mixing it, because you got a lot of mixing to do there, bro. You might want to put that on the shaker.
Yeah, we're going to do
Let's put that on the shaker. Let's get some more blue in there, though, because we want it to be a little bit bluer than that.
All right. You want
Okay, so now this is the dark, am I right?
Yeah, that's the darker one.
Okay, let's get some more dark in there. Okay, there you go. See, you really got to mix it up good, but go ahead and shake that up, and then we're going to see what it looks like after. Come on over here, buddy. Okay, we got the owner of Ellis Color Supply with us. This is a very rare moment. We're going to have a little talk. You mind if we have a little talk with Jim Ellis, the owner of Ellis? Okay, here we go. What's going on today, Jim?
That's all good. How are you?
Okay, checking your phone. There you go.
That's one.
So, how long you been in business, bud?
42 years.
42 long years. That's a long. I've been buying from you since 1980. That's a long time. We're old men, dude. You know what I'm saying?
You are.
You take care of every customer that walks in your door. Am I right, guys?
You're
Be
right.
honest. Everybody over there shake their head yes. Okay. Hey, I got a present on your desk for you. Go check it out. I made it specially for you, bud. You know, you should be a lucky camper that you work for a guy like Jim Ellis.
Man, he's the best.
He's the best, dude.
He's the best.
Okay, what are we looking at now? That's blue.
Yeah, it's still a little lighter.
We still want to go a little bit darker, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add some more. Now, do you got some black maybe?
Yeah, we got some black there.
Okay, let's get a little bit more blue in there, because that might be all the blue that to get, see?
Yeah.
Because we really don't need it like, you know, perfect blue for the guy. We're just trying to, you know, help the guy out, save a little money for now, because, you know, he just had a brand new baby and he can't afford to paint it. Let's get some black in there, bud. There you go. Don't put a lot of that in, because that'll really... Well, you can put more than that. There you go.
Let me know.
That's good right there. Whoa.
All
right, put that back on the shaker. We'll check it out, and I think we're going to have the blue that we need. Hopefully. We don't want to put any green in there. So what we found out so far... Who did he talk to? He wants me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, did Jim Ellis just call me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll be right back, bud. Keep shaking that. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, Gestapo? What's going on today, Robert?
Nada.
Now, you're Jim's second-hand man over here, am I right?
No.
Oh, you're just nobody? You're a nobody? Okay.
No one.
All right, buddy. Good job.
Is that the present you left me?
Now, hold on. I didn't do that, okay? You need to talk to Sam and his lucky dog there, bud. Luckily, I didn't step in that. What do you think of that, bud? Have you ever heard of a finger fidget? You know those things you put in your fingers and you flip them?
Yeah.
Well, this is called the personal My Friend Pete fidget. When you get tired and bored, just flip your name and
There you go.
there you go. What do you think of that, bud?
I like that. That's
I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to go tell Sam about the present he left you. All right? Yeah, exactly, Sam. You're getting me in trouble here, bud. Okay? And that little dog of yours, I might have to go home after this action.
I got 4 dogs. This is
Okay.
a daily.
All right. I'll be back in a minute, dude. How do you like that?
Thank you, Pete.
Now, that's what you call a state sale action. See, I found this in a estate sale about 3 years ago. And then I found this in an estate sale about 3 weeks ago.
That's where they found me.
This has got to be, there you go. This has got to be at least from the 40s, because it's got that reflector paint on it. And it looks like some kind of industrial thing.
That's nice.
Okay, I'll be back in a
What do you
second.
got?
Be back in a minute, bud.
Thank you.
All right, let's get back with Gestapo and see how our blue's looking, and hopefully it's looking good. Still light? Okay, let's go ahead and put some of this in there, and I think we're going to go ahead and top it off, bud.
All right.
Paint. I think that's going to cut it for us, bud. We're pretty much topped out. Go ahead and pour some of mine in there to top it off.
Okay.
Then I'll take that with me. There you go. All right, that's good enough. And then I'm going to need a quart of hardener with that too, okay, bro?
All right, I got you.
Okay, so what have you learned today from my friend Pete coming over here?
Man, I learned we could tint the epoxy primer here.
That's right.
Any color you
Now,
want.
you got all these guys coming in here that want to save money.
Yeah.
That's a good angle, see? You can tell them, look, if you want to save some money on that bright color that's going to cost you, you know, $150 a quart, what you want to do is go ahead and buy some white epoxy primer, put some red in there, tint it red, and bam.
Yeah. Use it for the
Okay,
base.
but you got to figure out, okay, do I need gray or white or what? Because if you put red and white, what's it going to do?
Red and white.
It's going to turn pink.
Yo.
Okay, all right. All right, buddy. Thanks a lot, Gestapo.
problem.
Appreciate it. Anything you got to say to anybody out there? Mom, dad, child,
I mean, I just love my
ex-girlfriend, ex-wife?
No,
do you
no,
owe
no,
it? Do you got any ex-wives you owe
I don't.
child support?
No, I don't.
You don't have any illegal kids out there? Okay.
None either. Nope.
Keep up the good work, bud. We'll
All right,
see you later.
Pete.
All right. All right, let's get back to the shop. Let's get this on the 66 Chevelle, and hopefully the owner's gonna be happy what he sees.
Watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.
Okay, we got a couple customers here over at Ellis. They're going to tell us exactly what Ellis does. Okay, are they going to talk to me or what's up, Sammy?
What's up?
We got some customers here. They want to talk to YouTube land. Okay, here we go. Okay, what's your name, buddy?
Ortega's Body
Come on, hold on a second. Let's what? Here, we got to get out of the light. You're backlit. Okay. Okay, here you go, right here, bud. Okay, so what's your name, bud?
Jose Ortega.
Okay.
Body Shop.
Come on over here, Sammy. You're gonna have to translate for us. Okay, what's he saying? Okay, so go ahead. Tell everybody what's going on.
Ellis,
Okay,
Ellis Color.
Ellis Color.
Number one.
Okay, you did two though.
No, number one.
Okay,
Ellis
number
Color,
uno.
one.
Okay. Are you an old customer of Ellis?
Uno.
Now, do you have a body shop in Dallas?
Yes.
What's the name of it, bud?
Ortega's Body Shop.
Ortega Body Shop. Where's it located?
2241 Crown Road.
2241 Crown, right down the street.
Suite 105.
105. Now, how long you been in business, Ortega?
Maybe 15 years.
15 years. Serving the community for 15 years, doing a good job, I guess?
Yes.
Okay, so if anybody wants to call you, what's your phone number, bud?
214
214
454 2397.
454 2397.
Yes, sir.
Okay, buddy, you gonna cut him a square deal?
Yeah.
You gonna do him a right job?
Yes, sir.
Gonna look professional.
Yeah.
What do you think,
Guaranteed.
Ellis? What do you think, Ellis Color?
Guarantee job.
Ellis Color number one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, shake your hand, make a friend. Thank you very much. We'll
Thank
have
you,
this
Mama.
on YouTube, bud.
Thank you,
You
Mama.
got anything to say to anybody out there?
Okay.
Nobody? You
Yes,
gotta
sir.
go.
Everybody.
Okay, there you go. You got it. We'll see you later, bud. Okay. Okay. GTO.
Yeah, GTO Body Shop.
Oh, is this GTO? Okay, hold on. You got a body shop in Dallas?
Oh yeah,
What's your body shop name, buddy?
11460 Reader Road.
Hold on a minute. 1164 Regal Road. What's the name of your shop, bud?
GTO.
GTO Paint and Body.
Yeah.
You doing a good job over there?
Yep.
Okay. Now, what's your phone number in case anybody wants to call you, bub?
It's 972
972
533
5952.
5952.
Got it, buddy. You gonna cut him a square deal? Do him a good job.
Yep.
Okay. What do you think, of Ellis Color Supply?
It's 20 years.
You've been buying 20 years? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, my friend. We'll see you later.
See you
Flaco,
later, Pete.
take it easy, bud.
You too, man.
All right.
Okay.
All right.